To throw out today's ceremonial first pitch, please welcome the Ezra Schwartz Memorial Baseball Field Committee members, Rudy Schechter, David Levy, and Mel Levy. And joining them today, Yoav Schwartz, uncle of Ezra Schwartz.
Can you hear me? Now, welcome to the Renana Field of Dreams. It was a long time coming. It took us over 20 years of hard work to put this together to build the field here. Didn't come easy, let me tell you. Thank our team that really did most of the work, the nitty-gritty work of getting this field put together. Like Yoav Schwartz, David Levy, and Rudy Schechter. The four of us worked as a team, and we got it done. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and we're thankful we got our Field of Dreams here. There is a story behind it also, and I'm going to turn it over to Yoav. By the way, this is the second Maccabiah here. 5 years ago, the first Maccabiah was here. That was our first game here. I'm glad everybody's here. We welcome everybody and enjoy the game. And Yoav, you want to say a few words?
Yeah, I already spoke with the players earlier today, so I just want to say two quick things. One, the field brings a lot of joy and comfort to our family. So on behalf of my brother, his wife, their family, I want to say thank you all for being here. Really kudos to the players. That's number one. And number two, the real dream was to have a field where we would see guys playing baseball and girls as well. So we're delighted to have this game go on. Look forward to a great run. Good luck to both of you guys, and play ball.
Four people throwing out balls.
All right, folks, it's your pitch. And we are ready to play ball! We want to remind everyone today that
hello and welcome. This is July the 7th, and you are with us in the Ezra Schwartz Memorial Field for yet another day of great U18 Maccabiah baseball. My name is Ezra Schwartz, and I will be with you for the duration of the game. Today we have another great game between Team Israel and Team USA. Team USA will be the home team, and they still trail in the summary of the games 3-2, expecting to take this one and force a real decisive Game 7 that will take place tomorrow at 4 p.m. Israel time, which is, I think, 9 a.m. East Coast and 6 a.m. West Coast time, but right now it is 6 p.m. Israel time, and you're listening to us. Here are the lineups. Israel, first of all, our umpire are going to be Daniel Saltzman at home plate. Gary Shifris is the first base umpire, and rounding up the crew is Ruben Gassi on third base. Team Israel coming on to bat will show us Noam Katz at batting first and playing shortstop. Yahav Abel batting second base. Meir Falamovicius, the center fielder, bats third. And in cleanup, the designated hitter, Yael Balkai. Omer Broker is the right fielder. He will bat fifth and bat in sixth. Noam Goldberg, and he is on third base. The left fielder, Daniel Jerez, will bat seven. Jonas Medani batting eight, first base. And the catcher, Eitan Agus, rounding up the lineup. 9 batters from top to bottom: Noam Katz, Yoav Abel, Meir Filemovicius, Yael Balkai, Omer Broker, Noam Goldberg, Daniel Jerez, and Jonas Medani, and Eitan Agus, last but not least. Pitcher for today is Ben Stone. Ben Stone is a righty. We've seen him pitch several times before, and this is, I think, his first start, but I'll verify in a second. He's tossing the ball to Asher Applebaum, his catcher. Defense, Nate Kempton on on first base, Brady Feldman, second base, Sam Swidarski, third base, and Jonah Cohen, the shortstop. Outfield, left to right, Samson Knopf, Daniel Naturman, and Tanner Wasserman. So the warm-up pitches are being thrown. We have a very, very pleasant day where temperature is at 20. At this moment, temperature is at 29 Celsius, which I think is 75. Run a very fast 29 C2F on the laptop here. It's 84. I was close. I was close.
Number 13, Noah Katz.
And the first batter is indeed Noam Katz. Noam Katz will bat first. I'm still Noam Katz is the batter. He is a righty, so we're having us a righty on righty contest. It is a 6-0-1. The first pitch is about to be thrown, and just as it is, we are on our way, and it is a strike at the knees. And start of the game, 6:01 p.m. The first guys, and that is a swing and a pop ball, and that will flow all the way to the outfield and caught by the right field, Tanner Wasserman.
Now batting for Team Israel, number 16, Yoav Abel.
And as you can see, we have ourselves a very cloudy day. Clouds are everywhere, which is actually good because, as you can tell, the sunny days were not as pleasant as the cloudy days. It's a bit shady. There is no specifically of this light to darkness thing, which I personally, the next time I hear the announcer discussing the lights and the shades, I'm switching to the Spanish announcer. Batter is Yoav Abel, and swings, so it didn't swing, but it's still a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have today the Team Israel is still leading 3-2. A great comeback strikeout, says the umpire, and that is the first strikeout for Ben Stone. So Team Israel is still leading this tournament 3-2. Could clinch and secure a win today, which will make tomorrow's game for the record only, and that is a swing and miss by center fielder Meir Filemovicius. Meir is the center fielder, and the pitch is in the zone. So Ben Stone is filling the zone, and 1 ball, everything else was strike. 7 strikes, 1 ball, and this is his 9th pitch. This is also a ball, obviously. The moment I start counting balls and strike, the man is throwing the ball. 1 ball, 2 strike. Merrifield and Vicious with 2 outs. Will take or swing, and that is a strikeout, and that ends the first inning. 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Israel goes 1, 2, 3. Team USA will come to bat and are poised to maybe force in a decisive number 7 game. Team USA batting first is Brady Feldman, second base. Danya Naturman, center fielder, batting third. Danya Naturman batting second, of course. Batting third, Nate Campton, first base. Lena batting fourth, Asher Applebaum, catcher. Batting 9, Samson Knopf, left fielder. Batting, they have a 10-man, so I keep losing track. It's batting 6, Sam Swiderski, third baseman. 7th is Tanner Wasserman, right field. Batting 8, Gabe Shapiro, the extra hitter. And the DH, batting 9, is Asher Belfer. Batting 10 and rounding up the lineup is Jonah Cohen, the shortstop. So 10 batters, extra hitter, and designated hitter for Team USA. Top to bottom, Brady Feldman, Daniel Natterman, Nate Campton, Asher Applebaum, Samson Knopf, Sam Swiderski, Tanner Wasserman, Gabe Shapiro, Asher Belfer, and Jonah Cohen. Pitcher for Israel is Shai Eichler. Shai is a lefty, so we're going to have to see how he fares with the lefties on in Team USA. He's pitching to his battery mate, Eitan Agus, the catcher. Right, first baseman, same mistake twice. First baseman is Jonas Medani. Second baseman is Yahav Bell. Third baseman, Noam Goldberg. And the shortstop is Noam Katz. Outfield, left to right, Daniel Perez, Meir Vicious, and Omer Broker. The Israel defense Team USA are the home team, so they are going up to bat, and the first batter is Brady Feldman. Brady Feldman is a right-handed batter, getting the cheers from his battery mates and from his coach, and will step up to the plate, climb into the batter's box, as they say in the business. And the first pitch from Shai is bunted down perfectly. Catcher Eitan Agus grabs it and throws to Jonas Medani, and that is a 1 pitch, 1 out, but a very good bunt, just too close to the catcher. Just a bit more, deadened the ball, let it drop down, but it dropped down too close. Catcher had no problem picking it up and throwing it. Just let it roll a bit between catcher and pitcher, and you're probably on first base, even though the ball was rolled to the right. You should roll to the left if you're trying to bunt for a hit. Roll it to the right if you're bunting for a sacrifice. Still a very, very well executed bunt. Daniel Natterman flies this one to the outfield, but out of play. And that is the first strike is 0-1. So Brady Feldman, Daniel Natterman, and Nate Campton are the Team USA, the US delegation, as I should be saying, batters. And I'll give you a little bit of stats in a minute. And it seemed that was a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike. No, sorry, called strike, so no balls, 2 strike, and that was called 3rd strike. So umpire Daniel Saltzman is already arming the guns, and he have already punched out 2 guys called and 1 guy swinging. Not that he has any intention of punching them out, just that he's laying down the law and calling it right in the middle. This is Nate Campton, and Nate's is a first pitch strike. So Shai Eichler, like his compatriots, still in the zone. Not messing around, not nibbling, just throwing gas at the center, swung on and fouled by Nate Campton, and it's 0-2. There's quite a bit of a wind now. So maybe I should give you the win status. I'll look it up in the inning break. Nate Kempton, Asher Applebaum would be next, or won't be next, because that is another strikeout. So 2 strikeouts for each side. 1, 2, 3, both sides, and we are nothing. The score is 0-0, nothing, and we go to the second inning. See you in a minute.
Now batting for Team Israel, number 7, Yahed Balkai.
Second inning, Team Israel is back in offense. Wind, by the way, is apparently 16 kilometers per hour, which is almost 10 miles per hour here in Nana in the Ezra Schwartz Memorial Field. Before the first pitch, we had a little bit of commemoration from the people who made this great stadium, this great place happen. Batter is Yaher Bakari, and he is seeing again a lot of stuff, a lot of gas in the center. Sorry, this is a lot of gas out of the zone. The starting count is no balls, 1 strike, and I think that's another one. Obviously, so 3 balls, 1 strike is the count. It's outside, and that is a walk. So Israel and Yaher Barkei have themselves the first base runner.
Number 10, Omer
Okay, batter now is Omer Broker, and Omer swings over that ball and fouls it back, so there is no balls, 1 strike. Let's try to find some stats for you here. Pitching wise, if we're looking at the best pitchers in the tournament so far, we have ourselves Mr. Ben Stone, and he's ball is out of the zone as well, and we have Mr. Benjamin Stone. Now he has a ERA of, well, he has no wins, no losses, no ERA. It says here 1 appearance. I think he had more. That one is high, so 2 balls, 1 strike. So 1 appearance, he pitched for 4 innings, 4.2 innings, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts. He already has 2, so that probably was 4. And that is a swing and a miss, which should even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We have a runner on first, that's Yael Barkai. No outs as of this moment. And the pitch is about to be thrown, but it is to first base. A pickoff attempt, and Yael has flattened himself, hugging the base, and says, I'm not going to move. I think, we have a new first base coach. It's not the one I'm used to. That ball is tagged on first, tagged on second. Brady Feldman tags the runner. He had to wait a while for the runner to approach him, which meant that Omer Broker managed to get to first on the fielder's choice. So Yael Barkai is out for unassisted, and Omer Broker is on first. Even possible that if Yael could wait a little bit longer, but the ball was so slow, Brady Feldman had to wait, or maybe he should have charged and thrown it to second, but he didn't. And now Noam Goldberg is hit by the pitch, so a lot of first pitch action, and Omer gets to second base. So he got to second base anyway. 1 out and runners on first and second. Batter is now Daniel Jerez. The left fielder will be the full batter off Team Israel this inning. He is a lefty, a radial lefty game we're having here. And as the pitch goes out, swings and hits the ball, it will be in foul territory, but out of play. 0-1. Team Israel has lost the first game to Team USA, then retaliated and won game 2, 3, and 4, winning a 3-1 in this series. Now we are playing 7 games, regardless of who takes this one, but obviously I think everyone but the home crowd, everyone which is me, is hoping for a real decisive Game 7. Pitch was outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And everyone, I think, but me, looks for a decisive Game 7, which means we are assuming Team USA will take this one, and the final game and tomorrow's game will be the decisive. If that doesn't happen, then obviously Team Israel wins today 4-2, and tomorrow's game is for the record only. But as you know, the announcers always wish for, I don't know if announcers always wish for Game 7. Maybe they have plans for, maybe they have tickets or something like that. But considering the fact that we will be here tomorrow, then why not aim for a really good 7-game, 3-3, winner takes it all. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first and second. Pitch too high, 3 balls and 1 strike. Yael Barkai got via walk, but was taken out on the fielder's choice to Omer Broker. Noam Goldberg hit by pitch. He's on the first base. Runners are taking their customary lead, and that is swung on and foul to the right, my left. And that fills up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Obviously, Ben Stone is anxious for a ground out, double play, or any kind of ground out, but he will take a strikeout, and Daniel Jerez just launches the bat at that ball, fouls it directly behind him into the netting, and that remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the count will remain 3 balls, 2 strikes from now until the at-bat is over. But let's see how will it be over. And a swing and a fall is on the ground. That is a fair ball. Runner will be waved around. The throw is caught, and the runner had to pull on the brakes. Bases are loaded. So Daniel Jerez, after sees 7 pitches, rolls the ball to the right. Noam Goldberg moves to second. Omer Broker almost thought about running home, had a slam on the brakes, and so we have ourselves a bases loaded, 1 out situation. First hit on either side is for Team Israel. And Jonas Medani comes now. Jonas Medani looks at the bases, looks at he has 1 out, so anything, a sacrifice, a ground out, anything but strikeout or a pop into center. And that ball reaches the shortstop, takes the safe out, and that is an out at second. First run comes in. Maybe it's not an out at second. Okay, so it was a safe call. Just he did it with fists. So it's a fielder's choice. Shortstop took a bit too much, but it's a fielder's choice. RBI. First run is in. Israel takes the lead. 1-0, and the batter is Eitan Agus. Eitan is. Okay, for some reason the scorekeeper gave it as a single. Obviously, it wasn't a single. It's a fielder's choice. But if I'll have to make that. I'll have to make that mental note that the official, it says here 2 hits, 1 run. Obviously, it should be 1 hit, 1 run. Anyway, Eitan Agus sees 2 balls out of the zone. Ben Stone was very, very on target in the first inning and has thrown too many balls outside. 3 counts to 2 players, and that is a strike. I was going to say now the third, but he thrown 3 balls to Yael Barkai, who ended up walking, thrown 3 balls to Daniel Jerez, who ended up hitting a single. And now the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. That is the second strike. 2 balls, 2 strike to Eitan Agus. Noam Katz would be next. We still are 1 out only in this inning. The bases are still loaded. And there is the pitch, and that is hit. Will reach the second baseman. That's 1 on the right, 1 on the center. The relay to first, and not in time. Fielder's choice, RBI for Eitan Agus. Noam Goldberg gets home, and that is the second out and the second run. 4-6 fielder's choice for the second out on Jonas Medani. Eitan Agus remains on first. Daniel Jerez is now the runner on first, and Noam Katz is coming to bat. Noam Katz is the leadoff hitter, which gives me a chance to look at some batting. Because I have the leading. Here we go. Noam Katz. So Noam Katz has a 133 average in the tournament, and that would probably get lowered because that is an out on first base. Great throw by the shortstop. 6-3. That ends the inning. So 2 runs on 1 hit, no error, 2 runners on left on base. Team Israel takes the early lead in the second. Team USA will come to try to tie the game and move from there. With you in a moment. Bottom of the second here in the Ra'anana, the Ezra Schwartz Memorial Field. The Team Israel is leading 2-0 against Team USA. It says on your screen 1-0. Apologize, our scorekeepers are trying to fix it. It is an Asher Applebaum, right-handed catcher, and he swings that ball into the glove of the third baseman, who throws it to the first baseman, 5-3, and that is a very quick out. Shai Eichler, the pitcher, he has a 5.73 ERA in 2 appearances. Started one game. What is that? Has 1 save, 1 start, and 1 save. So a little bit of what you call it, John Smoltz action going here. Dennis Eckersley, if you want. 3.2 innings played, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Allowed for some reason a triple. And one wild pitch. But who's counting? Batter now is Samson Knopf. Samson Knopf is the batter. Samson has... Well, he's not in the leading. He's not in the leading batters, so can't give you. Okay, it says here 286 average, 730 OPS, and he's about to get. Yeah, he's about to walk, so that keeps his average at 286, and gives him, I think, ticks his OPS just a bit. And that is the first walk to the Team USA, and Team USA has themselves a base runner. And now it will be Sam Swiderski, and Sam Swiderski is 286 average with a 786 OPS, and he swings over that ball 0-1. Shai Eichler has, like his compatriot, got all the others. That's a pick-off attempt of, once again, the runner was very close, didn't even need to slide. He had a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. However, his Ben Stone had a very, very problematic. That's also in the zone, so no balls, 2 strikes. And, I can see the score is now 2-0, so that's good. And the second inning did not go as planned. That is swing and miss. Swung out and miss. 3rd strikeout for Mr. Eichler. So if you're counting, he leads. He leads not only in scores but also in strikeouts. And now it will be Tanner Wasserman, the right fielder. And I have to say that Team USA has came in with 2 guys with short names. That's come back to the pitcher, no worries, and Wasserman has thrown out 1, 2, 3, and it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 walk, 1 runner left on base. Score still 2-0. We go to the top of the 3rd, and I will commiserate the naming issue then. See you in a moment. Top of the 3rd inning. Oh, that went fast. It's Yahav Arbel, Meir Falamovicius, and Yahel Barkai. Pitcher still Ben Stone. We welcome you back to Maccabiah Baseball. the American delegation are trailing Israel 2-0 in this game and 3-2 in total of the games. That is very interesting if we get to the later innings with this score. Batter is Yav Arbel. Yav has a 400 RBI average. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see if we can delve into that. So Yav Arbel has, well, it says 400, but I can't see him. Oh, here we go. 429 batting average. He has a 1.150 slugging average, and a strikeout is called against him. He walked 3 times and has 2 RBIs. And now it is Meir Felemovicius. Meir Felemovicius comes in with a 118 average and a 329 OPS. He has 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 walks. And he batted that to the third base, and that is the second out, very quick outs. So once again, Ben Stone is not being paid by the minute. He is kicking it old school, as they say. 2 outs on 4 pitches. 5 pitches. I keep forgetting the 5-3 is also a pitch. So that is his third strikeout, and now he tied the other pitcher for strikeouts. And with 2 outs, he is facing Yael Barkai. Yael Barkai was the leadoff in the second inning. This one is also a ball to third base. Excellent. No, that's an out. I think the first base coach of Israel argued that his foot came off the bag, but the first base umpire said, no, that's an out. And I'm inclined to agree with him, by the way, from here. And you have to say that first base is one thing I have very, very good look at, and that is indeed an out. And for some reason, I think it was a foul ball at any rate. Okay, what a pity. I thought the inning was over. But, okay, so he would have been out, but it was a foul ball. So, but it's still a very, very good play all along. And now it's 2 balls, 1 strike. So that ball was a foul ball, probably hit the runner on the leg. And I have to say, first base, I mean, if I have a good view of something in this game, it's first base, because I'm basically on it. I would have to say it's like 6 feet in front of me. It has no more, maybe 9 feet. No more than, about 9 feet in front of me. So if I have a good look of anything, it's first base. And I could definitely see the leg moving backwards, but as I said, it was a foul. And the score and the count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and too fast with a swing, and that's another foul ball. So the first out took 4 pitches, second out 1, and the third at bat is now 6 pitches long, and we'll see at least a fifth. As I was saying, Yael Barkai was the leadoff batter in the second. He walked, was erased on the bases, but then the floodgates open, and we ended up with a 2-0 lead. The 7th pitch is a ball, and that fills up the count. And that is swing and miss, and that would be the 4th strikeout for Ben Stones, who recuperates with a nice 1-2-3 inning. A little bit of drama there in the third at-bat, but the third out was secured. So Team USA will come up to bat. Score is still 2-0. We'll be immediately back. Bottom of the third here in Ra'anana. The sun is still shining, cloudy skies all around, and this is going to be a 4-3 out for Gabe Shapiro. I didn't even get to. They play very fast here, very fast and very loose here in the Ezra Schwartz baseball. I think everyone here is very, very anxious to force themselves on the game, and both pitchers, when they throw strikes, they throw them probably very, very invitingly in the zone, in the middle. And now it is Asher Belfer. He jumps back, but the umpire said, yeah, that was a strike. And we go now to, it's 0-1, and the batter is said Asher Belfer, and Jonah Cohen would be next. That is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So a tale of two games already. We have a very clean score sheet that's also inside, according to Asher Belfer. This time the umpire agrees with him, and the 2-1 pitch is swung on and will reach the third baseman. That is Noam Goldberg. Finds Jonas Madani at first, and now it's a 5-3, so 2 ground balls, 2 out. Now it's Jonah Cohen, the shortstop, number 10 on the lineup. So Israel are playing with 9 pitchers and the U.S. delegation with 10. And it's important to remind everyone that this is the Israeli, it's not Maccabiah team. This is Team Israel. This is the U18 team, and that is swung and fouled back, as you can see from the shaking, rattling and rolling of the camera. The Israeli team this is the Team Israel that will, and that is fouled as well, 2-2. Team Israel that will represent the IAB and Israel itself in Italy in a few weeks or a few days. I don't have the itinerary, but they're supposed to represent Israel in the U18 championship, and that is a swing and a miss, and that is the 4th strikeout. So the tie is regained strikeout-wise, and the lead is maintained runs-wise. Israel leads 2-0. We go to the top of the 4th. Top of the 4th, and we are almost halfway through the 7-inning game. Sun is getting behind the clouds. Batter is Omer Broker, and he fouls that ball way into the sky. So we have players from all over both the country and in the case of the American delegation, all over the nation. Omer comes to us from a very, very interesting club in Misgav, which is in the Galilee. So we have players from Ra'anana, we have players from Tel Aviv area, and we have players from the Galilee in Misgav. which okay actually have just a couple of weeks ago. Team Misgav has actually won the Israeli Premier League championship. They defeated Ra'anana in the finals to win the tournament, the Israeli tournament, and now they have players here. We have Omer Broker, we have other players, I think Eitan Egas. Now this count is 2 balls and 2 strikes after the second foul. And the batter will be Omer Broker, Noam Goldberg, and Daniel Jerez. And that ball is low. That loads up the count, fills up the count. Omer Broker comes to us with a 250 average and a 681 OPS. And he is swinging that ball. That should get into the outfield, but caught by Tano Wasserman at right field. So a very hard fought out, but an out nonetheless. Batter now is also from the Galilee Misgav, and that is Noam Goldberg. Noam Goldberg was hit by pitch. Omer and Noam were the 2 runs scored by Team Israel in the second inning. And it is definitely Ben Stone has definitely stabled the ship once that inning was over. So far, he got 5 batters in a row, and that is also not in the zone. So the count is 2 balls, no strikes. Sun is directly at us, so the ball is in the hands of Sam Swiderski. Finds the first baseman, and that is the second out. Very, very good third base work from Swiderski. I commended him yesterday as well. Very good, very safe hands. Even that not out, or that the out that was not an out at first, he couldn't grab the ball. Ended up finding it, throwing the ball at the first base. It was a foul ball, but still. And that is first ball to Daniel Jerez, and the count is 1-0. Daniel has the first single of Team Israel and the only single actually of Team Israel in this game so far. And he flicks that one foul and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. He comes to this game with an astounding batting average of, not an astounding batting average. He has 1 hit, 2 runs in 30 at-bats, so that gives him a 143 average with a 393 OPS. Way below the Mendoza line. That is 2 balls, 1 strike, fouls the ball again, and once again out of play. And the count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, no, not now. Evan.
And that is a swing and a miss. 5th strikeout for Team Israel. Sorry, for Ben Stone against Team Israel. It's still 2-0. Team US will be very delighted by this event. 7 batters out in a row for Ben Stone with 5 strikeouts. Score still 2-0. Team USA can now tie the game on the back of their very, very good pitching performance. We'll be with you in a moment. Top of the fourth, and Team USA is in not yet in crisis mode, but they are now on the top of the order. It's Brady Feldman, Daniel One-Night-Man, Nate Kempton. They have not managed to, no one and other than Samsonov has managed to do anything against Shai Eichler, who is now thrown 3 innings of with a 1 walk, throwing the first ball in the ground. That's 1 ball, no strikes, and that is way too high. 2 balls, no strikes. Brady Feldman comes to us as one of the better batters in this game, as you expect. He sees that ball in the zone, 2 balls, 1 strike. He comes in with a 417 average and an 879 OPS. He has 1 walk, 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 RBI. And he apparently is still in the at-bat. Okay, that's what's a swinging strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he is now seeing the 3rd ball, so the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You can definitely see Brady walking around in a bit of a frustration. I think he wants to swing at the ball, which he just did. And that is the 5th strikeout for Shai Eichler, who has just now got his 6th batter in a row, and first out, 5th strikeouts. In this pitcher dose, he also matches the 5. I'm gonna keep this until either one of them loses it or get relieved. So 5 for Eichler, 5 for Stone. Ben Stone has got 7 in a row, and Eichler is on 5, and that one is a base hit, so Stone remains on the streak, and Daniel Natcherman hits this one to the outfield and gets himself the first hit. So there goes the no-hitter, and just for the sake of it, Daniel Natcherman is the leading batter with a 600 average and a 1,778 OPS. That ball gets to first baseman, but the first baseman cannot get to it, and that is a safe call. Very, very, very. I don't even know if you can call it an error. Maybe you can, but it was very close. From my point of view, it looked too close to call. Denya is now on second base. Nate Kempton gets to first base, and we'll see how is that scored. So that's definitely not what the doctor ordered for Shai Eichler and Team Israel, and that was a fielding error. So an E3 on the throw dropped by Jonas Medani. Safe hand so far, but he drops the ball, and by the time he gets to it, the pitcher was closed, but not fast enough, and Shai throws the next ball out. That's Asher Applebaum. Asher was a ground out to third out in the second inning, but now he has 1 out, and his 2 compatriots on the bases, Nate Kempton via the error and Daniel Natcherman on second base. So the tying run is on first base, and the pitch swung on and popped up, but fouled and out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Asher Applebaum also, and you can say that about anyone in the top of the line for Team USA. Asher Applebaum has 1 run, 2 hits in 12 at-bats, 5 game, and no RBIs. He may looking for his first, but first you're going to have a stolen base, and that is Daniel Natcherman, who runs for himself, and he has his 6th stolen base of the tournament, and now the 2-1 is 90 feet away. The tying run still on first base, and the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. With 1 out, we have runners at the corner. That would put a lot of pressure if one of them start toward the base, and that is a strike. So the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stolen base puts Daniel Natterman on third, and Nate Kempton stays at first. That one apparently not in the zone, but okay, something flew away. So now the sun is out. I have to go back to the... So 2-2 is the count, I think, and once again we have some sort of a discussion, and now it seems as if the Israeli coach, sorry, 3-2 is the count, and the Israeli coach is now asking the umpire for some clarifications. I can't say I know what is he asking him about. We can just tell you that Asher Applebaum is the batter, and he I think has no RBIs in this content. I just read his score, so here we go. No RBIs, but he has a good RBI option on third base. Just put the ball in play and good things will happen. 3-2 is the count. Runner leaves, and this is fouled and out of play. We'll do it again. And both runners left on, well, not even on contact. The runner on first just ran to second. It's a very, very dicey situation. Runners on the corner. A stolen base in second, and once again a runner goes on contact. That ball is fair, and that should bring in the first run for Team USA. And an RBI for Asher Applebaum puts the ball directly on left, puts himself in first base. Nate Kempton was running when the pitch was thrown, so he's on second. And Daniel Natterman is home. Score now is 2-1 for Israel. And Team USA have now the tying and go-ahead run on bases. Go-ahead run is on first. And that is time for Samson Knopf, who until this inning was basically all the offense Team USA had. 1 walk in 10 batters. But he's now he's now coming to bat, so very good base running. Daniel Natterman still in third, putting himself at third base, which allowed him to score easily because the left side is a 306 feet, so very, very short left side we have. That ball is fouled at the plate, so 0-1. Samson Knopf. Let's see how many RBIs Mr. Knopf has, and he has 3 RBIs from 2 hits. Amazing how those things happen. And that is strike, so no balls, 2 strikes. I think somebody, maybe the batter, maybe somebody else was not happy with that call, but 2 strikes it is. And now the 0-2 with a runner on first and third. That is also fouled at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out is the situation. We have Asher Applebaum at first, and Nate Kempton is now on second. The double plays in order, but it will take a ground ball, and that is not going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a fair ball. The runner is waved around. Asher is going to stop at third, and that is Nate Kempton, who makes it a 2-2 game. RBI, the 4th RBI, sorry, for Samson Knopf, tossing the ball to left center. That is a bit harder for Team Israel to pick up. Put himself on second via the double and get himself an RBI. And Asher Applebaum is on third base. So very, very good. And that one is Sam Swiderski, who swings over the ball. He does that.
Yeah, we got a hunt now. Let's go.
And the first base coach says, we're going to hunt now. Let's go. This is the momentum. If there ever was a momentum in baseball, you can definitely say it's in red, white, and blue. Team USA smells blood in the water. I can go all night. Strikeout. That's it for Sam Swiderski, but it is not it for Team USA. They tied the game, but they still have runners in scoring position. Samson Knopf is on second. Asher Applebaum is on third. Is the go-ahead run. It is 2-2, but with two outs, Tanner Westerman has a bit of a harder issue. This ball is flown and will be caught on center, and that ends the inning. Team USA threatens and goes for the jugular, but doesn't bite the head off. As I said, I could go all night. And that is a 2-2 game, so 2 runs, one of them unearned. Maybe both of them unearned because that, well, I'll have to tally the numbers, but 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base, and the scores are tied. It's 2-2, and we are now heading for the top of the 5th. I'll be with you in a second.
And now batting for Team Israel, number 17, Jonas Medani.
So, very exciting 4th inning. The scores are tied. It was 1 run earned and 1 unearned. I was not sure whether the third out, quote unquote, third out happened, but it happened after both runs were scored. So it wouldn't have changed. Nate Kempton arrived on an error, so he's unearned. But it doesn't matter. A score is a score, 2-2 or 2-2. And their batter now is Jonas Medani. He has a fielder's choice RBI in the 2nd inning, and then he was taken out 4-6. And this ball is fouled. A very good hit, if it was a hit, but it wasn't, so it isn't. So the count now is 0-2 against Jonas Medani, and I'm saying it was a good. If that fell fair, that was a very good place to put a ball on just on the right hand, the right field line, but it fell on the wrong side of the line, and now the ball is retrieved and thrown back. This is not the major league. This is not a professional league, and balls are returned to the hitter. It is still 0-2. No changes in both sides. Jonas Medani will see the 0-2, and this one is in the sky, but should be caught and is caught by the shortstop. Jonah Cohen makes it look a little bit harder than it should have been. and that is 8 batters in a row retired by Ben Stone. All of a sudden, Ben Stone looks like an ace, and Team Israel looks like a team in dire need of offense. They had a little bit of offense in the second inning, but since then it's been lights out, and that is a good indication of that. A swing and miss by Eitan Agus. Also a fielder's choice RBI in the second. He was stranded on base immediately afterwards. And the pitch to him is fouled up, but out of play and just next to the broadcast booth, because once again it's time to remind you, basically if you look at the camera, oh, you can see me, I'm waving to you, hello. If you look to the right and you see somebody moves his hand, that's me. Hello there, you can see me. I'm feeling like in the big leagues. No balls, 2 strikes, Eitan Agus, and then Noam Katz. Ben Stone is looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He won't get it with this one. That's in the dirt, if there was a dirt. And once again, it's time to remind everyone that the field is painted. There is no real grass anywhere. So what you're seeing as dirt is basically painted mattress in brown. It looks like a grass, but it isn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is fouled way back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count remains the same. So Eitan Agus comes to us as a very he bats 9, so it's not a surprise that he has a non-existent average, and that is a strikeout, and his average will remain non-existent, and 6 strikeouts. So now funnily enough, this ties again. Shai Eichler got 2 strikeouts in his top of the 4th, so Ben Stone has tied him, and I think he would rather keep getting outs. Doesn't matter if it's a strikeout or not, just announcers and their silly things. That is also a strike to Noam Katz. Noam Katz flew to right and grounded to the shortstop. He's 0-2. That ball is also a strike, so that is very, very promising. 9 up, 9 down since the second inning. And that is strikeout, and that is the 7th strikeout for Ben Stone. 10 up, 10 down. He got the 10th batter in order, so 3rd time through the order is like the 2nd time through the order. Nothing but strikes, and Team Israel is now looking at Team USA. Bottom of the 5th, and Team USA are on the horse. And as I said, if you want cliches, we got cliches. See you in a minute. Bottom of the 5th, and you could here take me out to the ball game since we are playing a 7-inning games. Then the 7-inning stretch has been promoted to the middle of the 5th. No change in either team. We are still looking at a 2-2 game. Shai Eichler will begin his 5th inning of play, and he has a very, very hard task. He has thrown so far 47 pitches, allowed 2 runs, 1 earned on 3 hits. And so he should be fresh. He's looking at the bottom of the order. That is Gabe Shapiro, Asher Belfer, and Jonah Cohen. A 1-2-3 inning here would put him and Team Israel where they wanted. He does not want to let the top of the U.S. order, a very dangerous top, to come in with runners on bases. He wants to flip the lineup. He wants to see them in the next inning. And so far, he is doing a good job at it. That ball is flung to second base, and a good throw by Yav Arbel to Yoas Medani. That's 4-3. So first out, according to plan. And the batter now is Asher Belfer. So Gabe Shapiro ground out to second on both times. Asher Belfer ground out to third, and Jonah Cohen was a strikeout victim, and that ball is too high. 1 ball, no strikes. Team Israel came to this game leading 3-2. Team USA still are desperate for that win to make it a 7-inning, a meaningful game 7. And rather than just a game that you have to play because we're scheduled to play 7. I was told as Asher Belfer fouls this one back, and the call and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, that Team Israel is actually going to Italy on Thursday. So basically they will play this tournament to an end, and that's a strikeout. 7th strikeout by Shai Eichler, according to plan and according to script. And now he will face Jonah Cohen with nobody on base and 2 outs. And Team Israel will leave immediately the day after the final game. So the final game will be tomorrow, and Thursday this team will go to Italy for the European Championship, the Under-18 European Championship, which I have to say a very, very good practice. I mean, you don't get better than some American kids with a passion, comes in, tries to win a series, giving Israel a hard time, swinging over the balls like Jonah Cohen just did, then making the count 1 and 2. This one was swung at the ball, which will fall. No, that is dropped by, I think it was the left fielder. Meir Filemovicius was the guy who dropped it, so that's definitely an error on the center fielder, an E8, I'm probably thinking. And now this is, I wouldn't say the nightmare scenario, but as close as you can get to that. We have Brady Feldman, so far not a threat in this game, with a bunt comebacker, and he swings over that one, and it's 0-1. A bunt comebacker and a strikeout. He is 0 from 2, but we are talking about a guy who has, at least for now, a 357 average. He has made a lot of damage in his attempts. The ball is strikes, so no balls, 2 strikes for Brady Feldman. If this ball gets into the outfield, then you can have Daniel Netterman and Nate Kempton, and they have been dangerous in this game and throughout the tournament. The pitch is fouled at the plate, so the count remains 0-2. As you can see, it's much darker now with the cloud over the sky, so players are feeling, I think, much better now that they don't have to play in direct sunlight. The game is progressing much faster, and that ball has progressed too high, and this is the first ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Daniel Natcherman has singled and scored, also stole a base. Nate Kempton arrived on an error, and that ball is also a comebacker thrown to the first base. That is an out, and that is the end of the inning. Team USA threatened but does not cash out. 1, 2, 3. Once again, a comebacker by Brady Feldman. This one ends any possible rally. No hits, no runs, one error left on base, and that makes the game 2-2. And now we go to the top of the sixth. 6 out on either side, and the game is still tied. Stay with us.
Is that Shishi?
Okay, top of the sixth, and it will be Arbel Meir, Movicius, and Yahel Barkai. One walk among the three of them in two innings each. That ball is out of the zone. Pitcher is still Ben Stone. No changes in either team. And game is still tied. Now we have a lot of firsts in this, and that is a catch, a fly out in center, so 2 balls, 1 out. We had a lot of firsts in this tournament. We had Israel winning the first game. We had Team USA coming from behind and giving Team Israel some sort of chance to win. We may be seeing our first extra innings if this score does not change either way within the next 2 innings. It is 2-2, and we are still in the 6th inning. We are playing 7, so not a lot of time left. 11 batters in a row got out by Ben Stone. And if this ball reaches, and it does, Sam Swidarski, who is, I would say, one of the, it's a safe out. If the ball reaches Sam Swidarski, then I can just look down at my sheet and write down 5-3, and that is indeed the 12th out in a row. So we're still counting. Ben Stone is on a roll, this throwing almost 80 pitches so far, and he will now face Yahel Barkai, a walk and a strikeout to Yahel, nothing from 1, and the pitch is low, so the count is 0-2. We're coming to you live from the Ezra Schwartz Memorial Field here in Ra'anana, Israel. 3 balls in the dirt, if there was a dirt, makes it a 3-0. And we have started playing last Wednesday, 7 games between Israel and the American delegation. 3-1 is the count now for Yahel Barkai, who's looking at a possible second walk of the game. but he swings over the game, so he's not looking at the second walk, but tries to get himself on base via the hit, and he swings over that one and fills up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2-2 is the game, and that is a walk. So that is 8 batters in a row, and Yael Barkai puts himself once again on first base via the walk. Second walk by Ben Stone, who will now face Omer Broker. Omer got himself on the first base on a fielder's choice to a second base, and that is a strike. He then got home, was the first run of Team Israel, the first of 2. Definitely would like to get himself at least on base, and he pops this one, and that would be a foul ball. A good attempt by Nate Kempton, but he looked at the other way. The ball maybe trailed in the wind, or he couldn't see it, so he missed it. Obviously, that's what happened when you can't see the ball. It's kind of amazing that people don't realize that if you move, how hard it is to keep track of a ball. And that is a strikeout, and that is indeed the third out. So 8 strikeouts with Ben Stone. Israel puts on their first runner since the second inning, but strand him there. No walks, no runs, no hits, 1 walk left on base. Score is still 2-2. And Team USA, they're still in this game. They have 6 outs to win this, or maybe we will see another inning, an 8th inning for the first time. Stay with us. Bottom of the 6th, so both teams are starting to run out of outs. No changes in either side. The pitcher is still Shai Eichler, and he's going to face the meat of the order. Danya Naterman, Nate Kempton, and Asher Applebaum, Samsonov. If any one of those gets on base, 2-2 is the score. It's a lefty on righty. It's a lefty on righty match. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. We started this game with a 1-2-3 and 2 strikeouts inning on both accounts. Denya has fouled this ball, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Then Team Israel got themselves with a walk, a fielder's choice, hit by pitch, and a single. Got themselves 2 fielder's choice and 2 runs. Team USA had to wait to the 4th inning to bring the hammer back down. A single, an error at single, and a double, and that ball is caught by the center fielder. That is Meir Falemovicius, and that is the first out. Score is still 2-2. Very good pitching on both sides. 67 pitches for Shai Eichler, 88 pitches for Ben Stone. I think if you like pitching duels, then we got a pitching duel for you. 2-2 with very little traffic. There were 1 big inning for the Americans and 1 big inning for Team Israel, and that's all that there was. This ball is in the net, and that would be a double for Nate Kempton, who manages to find the back wall, the net in left field. Nothing Daniel Harris could have done about it. A double for the American team. So first batter in scoring position for the Americans since the fourth inning. So with one out, if they want to strike, this is the time to strike. And the batter is Asher Applebaum. RBI single in the fourth, grounded out to third in the second. Shai Eichler is talking to his catcher, trying to get something going, speaking with, he's directing traffic because I think the umpire is now coming here. So, have Team Israel walked the batter? Now that is something you don't see every day. Intentional walk to Asher Applebaum. Freddie Baines says, all right, I want this. I want the double play. I don't want to mess around with Asher Applebaum. I'd rather take my chances with Samson Knopf. Samson Knopf has a walk and a RBI double and has not gotten an out, but he may go, and he didn't get an out here. And this one is the run, the go-ahead run, and that is exactly what the issue I have. It's not like you're walking the number 7 or number 8 for the number 9 batter. You're walking Asher Applebaum, and you put on Samson Knopf. Samson Knopf has just hit his second hit, second RBI. Team USA is leading this one 3-2. 2 RBIs for Samson Knopf. I think the RBI leader of this tournament. And this is the guy you say, well, I'd rather pitch to him than to the guy before him. Well, I think, as they say, if this game, if this is the game will end 3-2 to the American delegation, I think you can definitely question, not that I'm saying Asher Applebaum would have not capitalized. He also has a single and an RBI, but it is, once again, you don't walk the third batter for the fourth. You walk, the fourth for the fifth, for the sixth. At least this is how I see it. At any rate, it is 2 balls for Sam Swiderski, who struck out twice, and he sees the third one in the zone, 2 balls and a strike. So if I'm looking at the scorecard, the leaders so far, and putting on the RBIs, then it is Nathan Kempton with 5. I think I may have sang Knopf's praises too early. He has 3, so 4 RBIs so far. And that is drilled to the outfield, on the ground. The runner is waved home. The throw is cut off at the mound. And that is the 4-2 and a very good single by Sam Swiderski. So far he's been excellent with the glove. Now he flashes the wood as well, a single. So second single in a row, third hit of the inning. And it is now 4-2, and this starts to look like a very, very bad day at the plate. And the mound for Shai Eichler, he had 7 strikeouts, almost untouchable for 5 innings. But this is third time through the order, and now the seams begin to come out. 2 runs already in, runners on first, that's Sam Swiderski, and a runner on second, that's Samson Knopf. And that pitch is not in the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Things are happening fast and loose. There's another ball inside, 2 balls, no strike. Tanner Wasserman, he grounded to the pitcher and flown to center. If you gotta walk somebody, then this is the guy you walk before, and he hits that ball on the ground. It's getting to the shortstop. 6-4-3 double play. That ends the inning, but too little and too late, you can say. because 2 runs are in, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, base, 1 runner left on base, and Team USA now has a 4-2 lead, and they can close things out. Bring in the closer, sound off the trumpets. We have Israel 3 outs. Israel has 2 runs to tie. Team USA 3 outs for the win and tie in the series. So let us go over the situation as it developed in front of our eyes. Team Israel 2 runs from, well, officially 2 hits. I have it 1 hit. Team USA has 4 runs from 7. Both, as I said, first inning was a 0-0 draw. If you, in the football soccer jargon, an 0-0 game. 2-0 in the second inning for Team Israel. Nothing in the third, and Team USA came back and tied the game. Nothing in the fifth, and as we just saw, a double, a walk, and 2 singles made it 4-2, and that is the current score. 2 errors for Team Israel, no errors for Team USA. And if anyone is really interested, 5 runners left on base for Team USA, 3 runners left on base for Team Israel. So Ben Stone is coming back for a 7-inning complete game win. He is going to be throwing for himself. Weather has improved somewhat, and it is now 28 degrees Celsius, which I think is like 82. So that is preferable to what we have before. Sun is still setting, but we are very, very anxious to see this game starting. Lights is not amazing. I'll see if I can fix this one a bit. Oh dear. Okay, that's the best we can do. Okay, no change in either side. That is also a new one. So Team Israel comes in. It's bottom of the order: Noam Goldberg, Daniel Jerez, and Jonas Medani. The number 9 hitter, Eitan Egas, if this situation remains as it is. Pitcher, as I said, Ben Stone. He's been almost perfect. 2 runs on 1 hit in the second. Nothing since then. 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, against 7 by Shai Eichler. So he has the lead, and he has the lead in the game and the lead in the strikeouts. You can definitely hear the crowd shouting, ranting, and raving. First pitch to Noam Goldberg was in the zone. Second pitch taken all the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Noam hit by pitch in the second. Reached home, grounded to third in the fourth. Pitch down, 2 balls, 1 strike. I have to remind people, Ben Stone is throwing his 91st pitch of this game. He's a young kid, and he's not been too taxed throughout. Other than the second inning, he has thrown 13 and 14 and, of course, 10 in the first. So he's not that tired, but a lot of good pitches. This is, as usual, Sam Swiderski, and once again, 5-3, an automatic out. So the first out is a grounder to third, second grounder for Noam Goldberg. Daniel Jerez, he has Israel's sole hit in the game. A ground ball to the right. He has reached first on that ground ball. He has stranded on third, struck out in the fourth. And once again, this is not just a Ben Stone show. Pitch down, 1 ball, no strikes. He has 14 outs in the last 15 batter. The only one to break the streak was Yahel Barkai, and he's not going to bat until unless something really, really interesting is happening here. 2 balls, no strikes is the count. Daniel Jerez sees a 3rd ball, and that is a 3-ball, no strikes count. It is, I have to say, a very tense moment. That is in the zone. 3-1 taken all the way is Daniel Jerez. Jonas Medani is already getting warm in the on deck circle, and that is a walk. So 3rd walk to Ben Stone, who is now going to be facing Jonas Medani with a runner on first, or maybe not. It does seem like the coach probably said to him, listen, first base runner and you're out, or maybe he just comes in and says to him, listen, we have this, you have this. I don't know, one or the other, we will know in a minute. It is Jonas Medani and Eitan Agus. If either of them makes it, then Noam Katz will be. So it looks like it just was a pep talk. Ben Stone remains to throw. He already, I think, he is 97, 98 pitches. I'm counting on the fly here. And as you can see, it's a bit dark in here. Maybe this one gives you a more astute thing, and lights are flickering. But the game is still played. We have Daniel Jerez on first. We have 1 out. Jonas Medani, the first baseman, a lefty, is trying to get the runner home. This is the tying run is on plate, and a throw to first, but Daniel was very, very alert, and he jumps in and saves himself at the last second. The ball will be traveling here. This is a bit windy, so anything in the sky could make a difference, but this one is in the zone. No balls, 1 strike, so first ball strike. It hasn't been first ball strike for Ben Stone throughout this game. I think it's about half and half, but he's very accurate here. This one is not that accurate and is down. He has, I think, probably reached his 100th pitch now. This one is up. 1 ball, two balls, 1 strike. It's very interesting saying what the coach told him is, did he say, okay, listen, you got this one and you have to get him, or did he say this is your game, whatever happens? That is inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Jonas Medani is again. Jonas Medani, if he walks, then this brings the, and he won't, because that is a strike. So 3 balls, 2 strike. Runner will stay put with 1 out. If Jonas Medani can get on base, then we have a good chance of getting Noam Katz, top of the order. That is swung down, and this will reach the pitcher. The pitcher will take it all the way himself. So this is a 1 unassisted. Just a reminder that we are playing U18 baseball, where pitchers are fielders, are hitters, everything here. And the pitcher took it himself. Daniel Jerez got himself on second base. But Eitan Agus will be the last out, the potential last out, the potential 3-3 tying the series, giving us the seventh game. But it is all on the catcher, the Israeli catcher versus the American pitcher. First pitch is a strike. First pitch strike to everyone but Daniel Jerez this inning. Second pitch, the 0-1. Too high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner is on second. He is standing on the base. He can take as big lead as he can. That run counts for absolutely nothing. And that ball is drilled, and it will fall down. Eitan Agus gets slams on the brakes. The runner is not home. And that is safe. The runner was stopped. He could have made it home, but he stopped. Well, maybe a prudence, maybe a safe, better safe than sorry. It's a single to Eitan Agus, and it runners on the corner. That is the time run, and it is on the plate, and that will be L for Ben Stone, who has to see one of his friends trying to get the third out. Coach comes in, said, listen, you gave it your best, but this is too risky. We have to take you out. And he will. We have a substitution. We'll give him a few pitches to throw, count out the scores, and we'll be right back with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. החליף אותו. לא, זה נייט קמפטון. הוא פתח במשחק הראשון. אופס. Right, so new pitcher is, as I said, Nate Kempton. Nate Kempton, I think, was the opener, the starter in game 1 of the series. I remember my American compatriot saying that he will face Noam Katz with a runner on first and a runner on third. The go-ahead run is on the plate, time run on first, 1 out. That's all the American needs to make this a series. And his first pitch is in the zone. Ben Stone threw 6 innings and 2/3, 2 hits so far, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, a hit by pitch, 107 pitches, and that is an out. That is an out, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, the shaking is going on. The argument was the Israeli coach is arguing, but is arguing in vain. The run was reached on the base. The umpire Ruben Gassi says the Brady Feldman hit the base before the runner, and that is how this game ends. 2 pitches and an out, and we have, ladies and gentlemen, a game 7. Team Israel takes this one with a 4-2 score. Team Israel was close, very close. Maybe could have gotten the bases loaded, and maybe could have got the 4-3 in, but it was a very controversial decision. Fortunately for everyone, is on the second base, which is so far from the cameras, nobody will ever know if this was a real or not. But the call stands. Team USA wins this one, comes back from 3-1, makes it a 3-3 series, and we will have our amazingly competitive third game 7, and not a game for the protocol, not a game for the record. So join us tomorrow. It will be 4 p.m. Israeli time. That's 6 a.m. East Coast and 9 a.m. from the top. That is 4 p.m. Israeli time, 6 a.m. West Coast, 9 a.m. East Coast. Or you can, of course, watch us on replay. Either way, this is a very crushing defeat for Team Israel. 4-2 is the final score. I want to thank Daniel Zoltzman, the umpire, Gary Shifris, and Ruben Gassi for their excellent job. I was Erez Schatz, and I will not see you tomorrow, but I thank you for this great tournament. Tomorrow we will have our announcing booth from last Wednesday, which will call this amazing game. So long, everyone. Take care, and see you tomorrow.